Hi everybody, and welcome to week 5. Week 5 out of 7. We are almost done. We will be done in 3 weeks exactly. So, and it's a pretty. It doesn't slow down, I guess is my way of putting it. So, just be ready to close out strong on the class. You guys took the test last week, and you guys did pretty well. So I think that's a good thing. It helps you understand how to. You only have to take the first test once. I always thought that was an important thing in the classes I took, because you didn't really know what the tests were going to be like. But now that you've taken them, you got a pretty good idea. And then the second test is going to feel a lot like that first one. Okay, so you know how basically to prepare for it at this point and that type of thing. So that's. I think that's really. It's always good to get the first test out of the way. So this week we're going to talk about marketing. All the chapters relate to the field of marketing and what happens when you do marketing. It's a very important part of a business because it closely aligns with the overall strategy of the company. They're part and parcel to one another quite often. So it's an important area to learn about. It's the one that of all the things that I've done, I probably have done mostly. I've done marketing, so it's sort of my background. Although in my time I've done lots of different things, so I can't say that I've only done marketing, but certainly that's what I've spent a lot of my career on. Okay, so that means we're going to cover off on chapter 11, 12, and 13 this week. Each one of those has a quiz. And then you're going to have an assignment due. This is not that hard. I'm going to tell you right now, just make sure you've read through the chapter and the material so you are familiar with the terms and things before you start it. And it's called A Marketing Plan for Me, Inc. And it's really basically putting together a marketing plan for you, a prospective employee, you being the product, and your target market is companies you want to work for and the people that work there. So that's your target market. And so you're going to think about putting together a marketing plan. It's pretty self-explanatory when you read through it, but if you have any questions, let me know. I literally teach this topic in almost every class I teach. I don't care if it's finance, if it's general business management. It doesn't matter. I talk about this. I think it's a very important takeaway from your college career here. Okay. So take your time going through it, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Now, the good news about this chapter is chapter 11 is kind of an overview of marketing, goes into a lot of different topics about it. And chapters 12 and 13 take some of the topics that you learned in chapter 11 and go into them more deeply. So that's good. That's good. So this is one of those foundational weeks where the first chapter you read helps you understand what the next 2 chapters. So that's a good thing. So you want to get your marketing plan for Me, Inc. Done by this Wednesday, and then the good news is the discussion post this week is basically just sharing with the class what you did on your assignment. So that's good, right? I mean, you can it's literally the same material. You're just going to build a discussion post from it and reply to your classmates. I'm sorry, and you want to do that by Friday. So it looks like a lot of work this week, but probably a little less on the whole. All right. So let's just take a look at the modules themselves. Here, there's a few things. So the assignment is actually listed under module 12, chapter 11. That's where the marketing plan for Me, Inc. is listed. All the details are in that document there in terms of what you need to do. I did a little video on it. You're free to watch it, but I think if you read the document, you'll probably be in pretty good shape. There's a couple of things I want you to look at from a video standpoint, though. This one called Artificial Intelligence in the 4 Ps. I really want you to watch that video. You might see a question on a test from that. We talk a lot about something called big data. It's just our ability and capacity to collect data. It's just really fundamentally changed marketing and how marketing is done at every level. So big data is a pretty big topic if you're interested in the field of marketing, and to see how it's actually used. It's quite amazing. And so watch that one. The other 2 are interesting to watch. If you would like to watch them, feel free. But I put these videos and things in there because the text doesn't really get into it a whole lot, but I can tell you from a professional standpoint, an experience standpoint, data has fundamentally changed marketing in terms of how we go about doing it in many, many ways. Okay, so so any of the other things are just optional. All right, so that's for the chapter 12. You're going to learn about the 4 P's of marketing. I'm just going to kind of give you a heads up. And the 4 P's then are covered in the next 2 chapters, which are chapters 13 and 14. So I'm going to go to chapter 13's module. And here we're going to talk about products and how products are done and developed, and how pricing is done. That's one of the other 4 P's. These are all very important topics, so take your time to read through those. And product management is an important part of marketing in most manufacturing settings, and also sometimes even in service and retail. So definitely take a look at those if you're interested in them. They're optional. You don't have to do them, but it talks a little bit about what a product manager is, because it's a very common job, marketing job in companies. Okay, now let's look quickly at module 14, where we talk about distributing and promoting products. This can be a little confusing sometimes to folks, because what is distributing products? We have to do with marketing, and it has a lot to do with it if you think in terms of thinking like the target customer. That's a really important thing to understand, where and how they buy. And of all the things that we're talking about here, it's the one that's undergoing the biggest changes. We talked a little bit about those things when we talked about operations management, but this talks a little bit more about it from a marketing perspective, okay? And the video is optional, and it's actually a little dated at this point, but I think it still pretty much holds. It's how Amazon delivers on one-day shipping, and as they're doing now, same-day shipping. So Jeff Bezos has finally realized his ambition of being able to deliver products as quickly, in some marketplaces, as quickly as you can run out to the store and buy them. By the time you get yourself put together and get in your car, go to the store, buy it, and bring it home. And that's actually turning out to be true, amazingly enough. And then we're also going to talk about promoting products. So when we talk about distributing products, we talk about distribution channels. When we talk about promoting products, we talk about getting the marketing message out there. So what channel do we put our marketing messaging out there on? And that's what promoting products is about. And it's changing a lot, obviously, with the digital world changing things. So it's it's a very interesting topic as well. So anyway, the exciting world of marketing, that's what we're going to be talking about this week. Don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm sorry I ended that a little bit too quickly. I want to mention that, I'm just to tell you, I understand the schedule is really tough. So if you have your OOPS tokens yet, I know the premise is to let me know before, but if you have some things that you missed and you want to go back and circle back and try to catch up on those, with the exception of discussion posts, I'll see what I can do for you on that. So don't hesitate to use those if you've got some holes in your grade book at this point, because we're getting into the last 2 weeks, and you're just simply going to run out of time to do that. So this would be a real good week to do that. If you want to meet with me to discuss it, please send me an email in D2L. Please don't send it in Oakton. I've already missed a student's email twice actually this term, which I apologize for, but I would rather we communicate in D2L. And I will get you and give me 3 times, and we'll set up a meeting like in Google Meets or something like that, and we can discuss it. All right. So don't hesitate to do that. And again, I really wish you the best of luck, and enjoy this week's material.